Hello and welcome back to another Monday, another fun day where me and Dina come in live just to interact with you, share another fun and exciting conversation. And if this is the first time you are plugging in, congratulations, you landed here for a reason. And just to introduce briefly what this is space is all about, this is Passion Unscripted podcast where we talk about love and intimacy and how do we get to know ourselves better so we can have the best relationship with our partners. And my name is Irina Portnova. I am a manifestation star because I help you consciously create that connection and love to yourself and to others around you. And I'm here with Dina Alexander. Dina, you want to say a couple of words about yourself?
Of course, I love it. Today we're having fun with a beautiful topic. I like these soft topics. So I am Dina Alexander and I live in Aruba. I am a personal coach, a relationship coach, and a sex coach. Um, what can I say? I help people marry sex with spirituality because I think that's the most important thing. And if you have that balance, everything will roll down beautifully like a domino.
Yeah, I love that because today we are coming with the fun topic of becoming the one love can fully meet, right? Because a lot of times we are saying that I want to be loved deeply, I want to be loved properly, but we first have to be that person in order to attract what we truly desire. So, Gina, let's start this conversation.
Yes. So, as you said, we are stepping into a conversation that it might feel a little confronting, but deeply freeing at the same time. There is a difference between wanting love and being available for it, as you said so. And most people don't realize that these are not the same things. Because it's easy to say, hey, I want a connection. I want a deep connection. I want intimacy. I want a partner who truly sees me. But when love knocks on the door, when it gets closer, deeper, more real, something inside tightens. Walls rises, guards go up, distance quiet returns. So not because love isn't wanted, but because it doesn't feel yet fully safe to receive it. That's it. And that and that's what we are opening today. We are going to talk deeper into this because there's a thin line between what you want and what you are ready to receive. There is a very thin line between those things. You want me to continue or you want to say something?
Yeah, I just want to quickly add to that, like why do these walls rise up? Because again, our nervous system remembers the past experiences, right? Whenever we were hurt, and now we are just guarding our heart because we do not want to get hurt again.
Yes, as simple as that. It's so simple, but it's so problematic.
Mhm.
So let's start here. Let's start here. Desire, because that's my thing, is not the same as capacity. You can deeply desire love and still not have the nervous system capacity to hold it. And it's contradictory, but it's like that. You can want closeness, but feel overwhelmed when someone actually gets close. You can
Mhm.
crave intimacy, but unconsciously create distance um, when the moment becomes real. But
Yep.
you, this happens unconsciously. This is not contradiction. Okay, it is kind of protection, as you said. It's because what you um, have lived in the past. Your body is always asking, "Is this safe?" Not, "Do I want this?" And if your body learned that love equals unpredictability, and love equals also abandonment or pressure of
Mm.
emotional overwhelm, then when real connection arrives, it doesn't feel exciting. It feels exposing. So I want to be very honest. If you want love, expect on so expect surprises. If you can't handle surprises, the good ones and the bad ones, so
Mm-hmm.
you don't search for love. If you want love, expect abandonment, and that's not because the person doesn't love you. Sometimes the person needs to have time for themselves.
Mm.
If you want love, expect pressure, because sometimes things need to be done at the moment. So what opens up at your side
You
for
know
you?
what? I do not like much, like with my energy doesn't resonate the word expect, right?
Okay.
What I truly align with is just to say, like, be okay, right? Be okay the way love shows up. Because again, if we expect abandonment, then it means we are going to attract that, right? Again, talking about the law of attraction, what we are entertaining in our head, sooner or later, we are going to experience it in our life. So, what I love to do is just to be open to explore. Do not hold yourself, right? And be okay whatever outcome you are experiencing, knowing that no matter what, we can survive through any experience. And what I would love to also add to that, because a lot of times we are the ones who are actually conflicting in the relationship, because if our nervous system is not ready to receive the love the way that we desire, we are going to constantly saying to ourselves, I can't believe this is real. Because if we already been for such a long time in the relationship that where we felt always abandoned, or when like the partner was doing hot and cold games with us, right? So this is something that our minds start anticipating, and our nervous system, like you mentioned, Dina, becomes like convenient with, right? But we know that at any given moment, we have the power to change that thinking. And once we change that thinking, we start attracting a different reality. So I love how you mentioned, like, expect good things, right? But I would just say that rather than expect bad things, I would just say be okay with whatever it's going to show up for you, right? As long as we know what we want from the relationship, as long as we keep our standards, we know that if anything does not work for us, we are going to survive.
Perfect. Yes. And maybe I should elaborate a little bit more about
Mhm.
what kind of abandonment I'm talking about. I should give examples, such as
Mhm. Mhm.
I have women here that their partners forget to respond to their email messages, WhatsApp messages, because they had work and they were very into that, so they forgot to respond to their WhatsApp messages. So that gives that the lady an abandonment feeling, that she
Mm.
is not loved anymore, etc., etc. And that's where we need to work on our shadow work, because that
Mhm.
abandonment is not, is not validated. Okay, that's what I meant. But
Mhm.
yes.
Mhm. Right.
So if I can continue, um, so I like to be honest, uh, gentle but clearly. Most people don't reject love loudly; they reject it quietly. And how do they do that? It looks like this: overthinking everything, just what I said about the WhatsApp message that was forgotten, pulling back when things feel good, because how can this feel so good?
Mm-hmm.
There is L. So as soon as I finish this, I will read what L just said.
Oh, okay. Let me
Another
see.
thing, that we focus on flaws instead of connection. And another thing that women do a lot is staying busy instead of being available. Um, a lot of women are needing constant reassurance that this person loves her, or choosing emotionally unavailable partners. Hey, I tell all my ladies, I tell them, if the first red flag is emotional unavailable, don't give chances. Just
Mm-hmm.
ignore it, continue your way, say goodbye, thank you, you're a nice man, handsome, but I cannot handle emotional unavailable men. So let's see what L just said. Our
Hello,
nervous
Al. It's great to have you with us.
Yes, I love it when he just appears and sends a comments. Our nervous system always holds us back whenever we meet the love of the life, whether she or he is the right one. The conscious mind always weighs the pros and cons of that person, whether to go ahead or not. Some of us, yes, we work like that. And if you know it's your shadow work and you're working on it, be very compassionate with yourself, and stay um, in good communication with that partner, with that prospect partner. Because
Mm-hmm. Can I?
if yes, of course, go ahead.
Yes. Yeah, I just wanted to add an interesting observation. So I was working once with the client who was very attractive girl, and she basically already married everybody on the first date, and it was so interesting to see, like, like she already planned the future with that person. And I always told her, hey, before you are already, like, figuratively speaking, wearing that wedding dress, get to know the person first, because even in a couple of dates, you cannot really know what that person is all about, right? So when we talk about holding us back whenever we meet the love of our life, right, whether she's right or wrong, this is more about our mind, logical mind, trying to weigh all the cons and pros, because our heart knows right away. But what I invite you to think about, El, more, like connect more with your standards, because we all have our own standards. And it's very important for the partner to meet our standards, because if our standards are not met, and there are things that may be negotiable, but for me there are some things that are non-negotiable, and I know that I would never agree on something than that, right? That's how I am actually determining if the person is for me or not because I'm afraid to let somebody into my world, but for me, as long as my heart feels great, right? Like my soul has to be connected with the person. And second, just to make sure that that person is actually attending to my standards, right? Because again, we can have more than one soulmate, we can have multiple soulmates. And it's
Yeah.
up to us with the free will. This is our choice. Who do we pick? And sometimes we might end up not with the best match because of our choice.
Yeah, totally with you. Totally with you. I hope Al is happy with our response. I'll continue because the time doesn't wait on us.
Mm-hmm.
So, as I was saying, we reject it quietly, and these are not bad choices. If you overthink, it's not bad. If you're pulling back, it's not bad choice. They are protective patterns. Your system is saying, let's not go too deep. It might
Mm-hmm.
hurt. So Instead of allowing connection to expand, you manage it just like a business. You control it, you limit
Yeah.
it, and then you wonder why love feels just out of reach. So that's happening. So, you want to add something or we continue?
No, let's continue.
So, let's talk about being desired versus being truly met. Okay? Because desire is my thing. Here's the truth
Mm-hmm.
that changes everything. Being desired is not the same as being met. Desire can stay on the surface. So, I mean, attraction, I mean, chemistry, I mean, attention, I mean, excitement. But being met, that requires vulnerability, that requires emotional presence, truth, and that depth. And being met means someone sees you fully, not just the polished version with all those makeup and everything else, bling bling, not just the attractive version, not just the easy version. Okay,
Yep.
but that is the level of being seen and can feel intimate, and it's terrifying because you can't hide anything. That's beautiful. So L, I hope you're listening because it is an art. I have a program that I just sold one to a couple of ladies by the name of the art of intimacy. Intimacy is an art, and we
Mm.
all need to be an artist in that area if you want a relationship. Or if you want to stay all by yourself, it's okay. You don't need that. But if you want a partner, you need to know the art of intimacy. So tell me, Irina, what opens up in you?
No, I just love these conversations because they are very deep. This is something not everybody is talking about, especially among, like friends or family, right? So it's good to tune in to this kind of talk and be raw and real, right? And again,
Yes.
it's just like invitation for everybody to understand, why do we succeed at work? Because we go and do our work every day. So, what happens with the relationship? At some point, people stop working on it. But think about it. If you go to work and work every day diligently, put in all the effort, you do the same with the relationship, because the way you show up in one thing, you're supposed to show up in other areas of your life, because that is the way that you are going to prosper in every area of your life.
True, true. You know what? I want to share also the reason why we pull away when it gets real. It's like um, we lose control. The majority of us want to be in control, and if you can maneuver and without being as a co-pilot sitting beside in a car, sitting at the co-pilot side, and some pilots, some car owners, it's difficult because the person that is driving the car is not pressing the brakes
Yep.
at the right moment. Okay, and um, you cannot no longer do it your way, or predict everything, or
Mm.
protect yourself the same way. And that loss of control can feel unsafe. So what happens? You create distance, you slow things down suddenly, question everything, or disconnect emotionally. Not because something is wrong, but because something is real. And real love asks you to show up as you are, not as who you think you need to be. And that's how we live. Okay? L said, yes, L, I have that program, The Art
AOI.
of Intimacy. It's AOL. And what is AOL?
AOI. AOI. Mm-hmm. Art of
What is
intimacy.
AOI? Of
AOI. That's
intimacy.
the
AOI.
abbreviation.
Oh, now I understand.
Yes, the
Yeah.
abbreviation for an art of intimacy. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I've compiled some good information to provide to my clients because I think it's very important. It is an art. It is, you are an artist. You are creating things. So tell me, what came up to you?
So what comes up for me is just to understand that we have to be open. If we want to experience love deep, we want to be open for that experience and just being ourselves and allow things to naturally unfold, as because again we cannot control every step, every outcome. However, we can control how do we um, receive that person, how do we actually navigate the relationship, how do we express ourselves without the fear, how do we actually claim our standards. Everything matters because again it allows us to be authentic selves, and it allows us to experience and see if that person is really good match for us.
Yeah, I want to do two things before we go.
Mhm.
We have time. We are going to go over time a little bit.
Yep.
I want to embody how to become available after I share with you guys how to become available. And afterwards, we're going to embody that. So we're going to make it practical because I like to be practical. I'm going to provide a, a, a few shifts that can support emotional availability. Okay. And you need to be connected and you need to notice when you pull away. And instead of pulling away, you pause. You pause instead and you act on it immediately instead of pulling away and put it aside. As you pause and act on it immediately. You need to stay present when things feel good. Don't rush past it. And communicate honestly instead of protecting your image. And it
Mhm.
requires vulnerability. And
Yep.
you allow yourself to be seen in small moments first. Trust that you can handle intimacy even when it feels new. And availability is not about perfection, it's about willingness to be there, to be seen. So let's work on it. So let's pause together. One hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Take a slow breath in and slow breath out of your mouth. Ask yourself quietly, am I truly available for the love I say I want? Notice what your body says, not your mind, but what your body says. That's where the truth lives, in your body, not in your mind. And if you have your eyes closed, you can open it. And you can do this a couple of times in a day. It doesn't have a time limit. And feel your body. Listen to it.
Maybe give a little bit more, clarity. What does it mean to listen to your body? Because not everybody knows, right? How is it feeling when it's right? For instance, for me, I feel the warmth in my body. I feel totally relaxed. I can feel some tingles. But when it's against, right, then I would feel a little bit like, tension in the body, or my heart starts beating faster, right? So again, it's for each person to explore what yes or no feels in their body. And
Yeah.
if this is something that it's new for you, we invite you just to explore, because life is all about experiments. Experiment with the life, right?
Yes. I,
And That's exactly what you are going to understand more and more about yourself, because the more you understand how your body receives the answers, the easier it is going to be for you to make any decisions in life.
Yeah, I say to everybody that your body is a compass. If you are connected, you can feel your heart just beating calmly. And if you are disconnected, you will not feel your heart, you will not feel anything. And then you need to ask for professional help, because we need to be connected. If you close your eyes and you feel your heart feeling beating slowly, calmly, you're connected. This can only be when you feel your heart beating fast. You are connected, but your heart is telling you, your compass, which is your body, is telling you, be still, take a pause, take a break, go and meditate, close your eyes. Your body is telling you, pause for a little while. That's it.
Yep.
So as simple as that. So to close, oh, you want to say something first, Irina?
No, I just read Al's comment. He is feeling ecstatic. So
Oh,
he connected with that practice.
oh, fantastico. I love it, El. Look, ha! I'm going to charge you for that one. I'm joking. So I'm happy that you can feel immediately something. It's a very powerful practice. Okay, breathing and putting your hand on your heart is a very powerful um, practice, a tool. Um, so before we leave, I would like you to invite you to connect with me. I love guiding people through this type of way of living. Helping you becomes available for the love, intimacy, connection you are ready for. Because everybody deserves being loved and have a good intimacy. And you don't have to do it alone. You don't have to keep repeating the same patterns also, because if you're listening to us and you want this, because you what we are talking is not fantasy. You can really achieve this, but you need help.
Mm.
And you can learn to receive love safely. And I want to say thank you for being here.
Yeah, absolutely. So reach out to us. You have the links and see whatever comes to you, because again, help is always available if we choose so, right? Like everything else in life, it's the choice. And inaction is also the choice. If we are not going to do anything about it, it's also our choice. All right. So great, great episode. Thanks so much, Dina, as always. And thanks so much, Al, for participating. We always are happy to see you with us. And if somebody is watching in replay, please just comment replay so we know that you are watching. And please share that episode with somebody who can really benefit from it. All right. Dina, anything else you wanted to share?
No, I want to send some
Yes.
kisses to everybody.
Yes, beautiful. So we'll see you next Monday on Next Fun Day. Have a good one. Bye.